Hi, and welcome to the Bottom Line. I'm Pastor Paul Steele. I'm the lead pastor at Bethlehem Church in Austin, Minnesota. Now, the Bottom Line is our weekly summary of the previous Sunday's sermon. And we are in the sermon series, The Road of Discipleship, as we focus on talking about discipleship and what that looks like. We understand that discipleship is really the core mission of the church. But how does that play out in our lives? So as we talk a bit about this, what we've been doing is we've been looking at the 15 Psalms of Ascent. The Psalms of Ascent are 15 Psalms found in the fifth book of Psalms 120 through 134. And these are songs, hymns, prayers, poems that the Jewish people would use as they made the journey to Jerusalem to worship at the temple. And we've been talking about how discipleship is like taking this journey. And the bottom line, or the big idea that I've had for this series is this, that the essence of discipleship is going from the place that you don't want to be to the place that God has prepared for us. Going from the place you don't want to be to the place that God has prepared for us. Leaving behind the person you don't like to become the person God created you to be. That's what we're doing in discipleship. And this past Sunday, our psalm really focuses on that first part of that place we don't want to be. This is what it says. Psalm 123. A song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem. I lift my eyes to you, O God, enthroned in heaven. We keep looking to the Lord our God for his mercy, just as servants keep their eyes on their master, as a slave girl watches her mistress for the slightest signal. Have mercy on us, Lord, have mercy, for we have had our fill of contempt. We have had more than our fill of the scoffing of the proud and the contempt of the arrogant. And so here we have the psalmist saying, hey, we are like servants and we find ourselves under this oppression. And what we're doing is we're looking for the master. We're looking towards the master for this signal that the time of oppression is coming to an end. This is what we're to do next. We're looking towards our master. What are we going to do? And a perfect example of this, or to kind of relate it to Jesus' teaching, is that Jesus told the parable of the prodigal son in Luke chapter 15. And here we have this younger son who takes the inheritance from his father, goes into a distant land, spends that money, wastes that money, famine comes, he has nothing, and so he's reduced to feeding pigs. And yet he really doesn't get paid, and he's struggling. He longs to eat even the food that the pigs are eating because nobody's giving him anything. And then the New Living Translation says he comes to his senses. He realizes that, hey, my father's servants have it so much better than this. They don't go hungry. They don't wonder where their next meal is coming from. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to my father and ask to be one of his servants. I'm going to make this choice to leave the person I'm serving now, who's oppressing me, who's showing me contempt and scorn, and I'm going to go to my father who treats his people, his servants, good. And he provides for them. And so what we see here then is that in discipleship, one of the primary decisions that we make, one of the primary choices that is in front of us is who are we going to serve? Jesus says you can't serve two masters. You have to make this choice. Are we going to serve the masters of our desire, the masters of this world, who are going to end up oppressing us, causing us scorn and contempt? Or are we going to serve God, who loves us and longs to bring us to the place that he's prepared for us? That's the choice we make. And so our big idea from Sunday, or the bottom line, is this: our discipleship journey provides us with a choice of who we will serve. Who are we going to serve? That's a choice that is before us. And so our challenge is this, that every day we ask God in prayer, what do you want me to do today? That simple question helps us remember that our lives belong to God. He's the one that directs us. We are under his will. So we should listen to him. We should ask him what it is that he wants us to do. Discipleship is the core mission of the church. We want to be engaged in discipleship, in the making of disciples. But we also have to remember that we are disciples. We are to grow to become the people God created us to be. So I hope that you've been encouraged by this. And remember, if you want to support what we're doing here in Austin, you can do so by going to BethlehemChurchAustin.com and following the Give tab to give to support our ministry. I hope that I will see you on Sunday, either online for our live stream at 10:30 or in person. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and God bless.